All right, let's go. All right, this is going to be a really quick stream. Really quick stream. We're just going to pull for characters. We're going to look at the stuff that they've given for free. And one of the first free things that we're going to get is Zhao. I might be saying that name wrong, and I apologize. I'll listen to whatever her introduction is, her greeting. But we've already pulled, we've grabbed the outfit, which was free. This character was free. They're dropping a bunch of other possible free stuff that will be gifted to you for free, but with purchase. So perception of value is certainly going to be here, but this is the first free character. Again, you could get some other stuff for free. The outfit, the swimsuits that they've been giving for all the characters are sort of out there right now. But let's look at some of that other stuff once we get through a couple of these opening things here. Now, let's see what's new here. What do we got here? Allow me to introduce the logbook system. Here you can see the main story chapter nodes that can be unlocked early. Okay. I'm behind on my story content stuff. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pull this pulling for image here out. And just hide that. Use story recap to quickly review key plot points from earlier chapters. Alright, this is something similar that I feel Honkai Star Rail and even Genshin Impact do. Here you can see the plot summary and information about the main featured agents. Unlocking main story chapters early won't affect any other main chapters or their rewards. Please spend some time and familiarize yourself with this. Alright. The logbook guide can be found in the sidebar. Okay. Alright, I'm not looking to unlock that early. I do have a lot of story stuff to drive through when it comes to a lot of this stuff. I'm so behind on story content for all three games. And then when, what is it, Varsa Pura, the newest game from Hoyoverse that's coming? Alright, there is a ton of new icons up here. This one looks new to me. Okay, this is the reward. Okay, perception of value there. It's not free, but it is free if you're okay getting other things. So you spend real money to get the resource to trade in for characters to pull on the banners. But while you're doing that and pulling on banners, and if you decide to, again, you don't have to, if you decide to top up, which is, you know, spending real money to give yourself more pulls, then eventually you could get characters for free. But yes, there is some money spending ahead of that if that's something that interests you. New costume, new character which we'll pull on. Let's go ahead and claim this. What else we got here? This thank you gift, I think, is once you get up to a 10,000, you can obtain a previous character, not a new character, but a previous character, essentially for free. But again, it's like a buy one, get one free. You're not getting the second one free. You're getting it for the price that you paid for to get the first one. So while there might be some perception of value there. Now, you got this outfit here for Jane. They've been giving a bunch of like swimsuits to the characters. I haven't really ever thought of Hoyoverse as an outfit. They could do new outfits for all hundreds of their characters. They don't really do that a lot, but they could, but they don't. And the fact that they're giving away one for free, they give away characters and outfits like this for free pretty often. But again, it's the perception of value. If that's something that you want, go for it. If it's not, then it's not for you. Today's reward, we claim that, and then we can claim those multiple times through the 7 days that this is ongoing. But this particular thing, you have 37 days, so if you do top up, then you can come in here. But they are also given like some pretty hefty discounts on some of this stuff, like they normally do. But again, it's a perception of value. Let's go over here. All right, let's do a couple of pulls here on this new character. This is a new character for this update, and I have topped up myself. I would say that I probably top up at least once per update. But I'm trying to get all characters, and again, it's perception of value for everyone. All right, let's get 10 pulls. Oh, I need to find out something better to do with these, other than just burning them to continue to pull. Let's see here. Let's see. Got a bunch of these. So we'll just get this bottom 2 rows here. Probably gonna have to do this a couple of times. But I have no clue what to use these for. I figure sometimes when I'm leveling up other... Alright, that's good. Let's recycle that. We're probably gonna have to do that multiple times. I see myself doing that multiple times. Alright, let's do some pulls. Now, I'll get an S rank on this pull that I'm doing during this stream, but there's no guarantee I'll get the character that I'm looking for, which is the banner character. But I do have enough pulls to get a S rank. Just it depends on whether or not I win the 50-50. Alright, this will give me 2 extra pulls because I already have those 2 characters. Alright, so within 46 pulls, then down there to the bottom right, I have 46 searches or pulls to get an S rank. Now, whether or not it's YE SHUNGUANG is really up to the random number generator, the 50-50. Now, I've actually won the 50-50s a lot in the Hoyoverse games over the last couple of months. So if I lose the 50-50, I'm actually okay with that because I've been doing really well on winning the 50-50. So I'm actually okay with that. I forget what not new character, but I was pulling on Genshin Impact. There's this character that runs really fast. She has horns. I forget her name. I missed her on the first run, but the second run I pulled her and I won the 50-50. I won a 50-50 in Honkai Star Rail as well. I've been doing pretty good. So I'm okay with losing it. I don't want to, but I won't be as frustrated. I don't like the 50-50 system at all. Alright, there's 2 more pulls. I hope I get if I lose the 50-50, I hope I lose it early. Okay, so if I could lose the 50-50 like within the first 30 pulls, oh, there's another 3 pulls. Then it doesn't feel as bad. It's when you lose the 50-50 on like the 70th pull. So let's get the S rank here. Nope. There's another 2 pulls. I have all the A rank characters. It's the S rank characters that I don't have all of yet. I think I'm missing 2. Alright, let's lose the 50-50. Let's get this right here. Alright, so there's our S rank. Now, if I can get the S rank that's on the banner, that's great. I have lost the 50-50 on like a 70 pull, and then I won the 50, or I won the next S rank within 10 pulls. That's another pull. I think we have one more A rank to show before they show the S rank.
Soldier 11, at your command.
Now, I do need to get Andy, so whenever she reruns. Oh, she was the S rank. Oh, Soldier 11 was the S rank. Okay. Alright. I thought she was not that. Okay, let's go over to the signal shop real quick. Alright, so we lost our 50-50. Let's grab these. Back up. Alright, this is where I'm at here. So if I get to the 10,000, then you can pull Jane again. And you'll get those for essentially free. So right now I already have a free redeem on S rank. And those are guaranteed. I would love to be able to get guaranteeds. But I'll probably do Jane's. I'll probably give her another and then get her engine. Alright, let's back out of here. Alright, so we're going to get 30 more pulls here. We have 88 searches. So probably not going to get Xinguang on this stream. But we'll show off, maybe do a trial run of hers. Look at this character here, which we got one of her for free. So you could continue to pull on her if you want more. I keep calling them constellations, but they're not. This does look pretty cool, though. I don't feel like the W engines have enough presence. Like, I wish it was something that would show up in... And maybe they've updated it. I haven't looked at it close enough to see whether or not these have more of a presence. Like, the characters don't carry these things around. They don't hold them on their back. So I don't think that these are present enough to really give it worth... Like, the weapons in Genshin Impact, they show up while the character's fighting. I don't really feel like the presence of these are worth the pull. But I might have to go back in and just look at see what it is. It just didn't, at the beginning of when Zenless Zone Zero launched, it just didn't feel like it had worth to me. Because I think it's just maybe a couple of stat upgrade and maybe a visual, like, glitter or something. I don't know. It just visually didn't seem like it was doing much for me. Now, if that thing rolled around on the ground and attacked and, like, popped up and did an animation or something like that, that would be cool. But it doesn't. Alright. This character I'm not sure about. I'll be interested to try out her. Now, if I could beat the 50, or give a really low pity, that would be cool. Alright, that's another pull. That might not be another pull. I don't know if they give me encrypted master tapes for getting W engines. I have gotten the low pities before. I've probably gotten 10 or 20 low pities over my last, how many years I've been playing, since 2022, 2021, 2022. Or again, Hoyoverse games, not this one. There's another 2 pulls. Alright, let's recycle. I have to do better with... I think maybe I am, whenever I upgrade other engines, I believe they use this, like, pull of engines that I've got here. I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. Alright. Wish us luck, RNG gods. Okay, no. Hey, we've got, I think, 2 or 3 extra pulls. There's another one. Alright, let's go back to the signal shop. We're going to look at this character in the trial, look at the outfit for Jane, and look at Zhao, and then we'll call that a good stream. Oh, da-dum, da-dum. So we get 1 extra. Aw. Or wait. Let's back up a little bit here. Okay, there we go. That's what I was thinking. Alright, 3 more pulls. Surprisingly, I have gotten S ranks on these single pulls, and I wonder what the RNG system is. I'm curious if there's higher chances on single pulls versus the 10 pulls. It feels faster, sure. Alright, so we are 30... What are we, 35 pity right now? After the loss of the 50-50. Okay, let's jump over here. Let's go ahead and claim all of this for now. We should be able to pull. Let's get Jane's engine, which was, I think it's Sharpened Stinger. Pretty sure it's Sharpened Stinger. Let's go back real quick. There it is. Yeah, looked like Sharpened Stinger to me. It looked like Sharpened Stinger to me. Yeah, it's this one right here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab that one. Alright, so that's her W engine. Let's go back up here a little bit. Let's back up one more. Alright, let's go here. Yeah, I don't do these much anymore. I used to do this a lot on Genshin. I don't do it here. I haven't done it on Honkai Star Rail or Zenless Zone Zero. I actually have not been doing very well at all in like knocking these out. I used to do it all the time on Genshin, but alright.
I'm here. Need a hand?
New agents. Alright, let's save some of the leveling up for the new characters. Yeah, so I did not pull on his banner at all. I wasn't immediately interested in him. I'll get him on a rerun. But these 4 characters, 5, excuse me, 5 characters. So I do not have lighter. I have lost my 50-50 to characters I don't have before, and that was actually pretty cool. So imagine if I lost the 50-50 and I got Soldier Zero and B. But there's a new character. I skipped Banyu. I'll get Banyu on a rerun. We're pulling on her banner. I skipped Hugo. Hugo was on a banner with, I think... God, who is he on a banner with? I think he was on a banner with Dylan. Alright, let's go look at Jane here. So this is her new outfit. Upgrade her right here. Insufficient. Of course it's insufficient. Alright, so there's her outfit. Let's put in her W engine. So right here. I want to equip, replace, and now we will enhance. Yeah, see, I thought that it would use some of those W engines that I have sitting in there in excess. I actually don't know what the excess W engines are used for. Alright, that is upgraded there. Overclock. I think I have to have another one of her W engines to overclock it. Okay, that's good. Alright, and now we will have, once we get her unlock.
Let's move.
Again, we got her W engine from the gifting. I'll probably pull her S rank and have her as well. What do they call it? The cinema. Yeah, this cinema, I'll give one more to her.
The ocean's got a different kind of charm at night. Care to join me for a walk?
Alright, notices. It's going to kick us over into the intranet. Do a really quick recap here, I guess. Let's go ahead and burn that one. Alright, so to be fuel for the night. Version 2.5 limited time channels. Film goer. To be fuel for the night. This is all. This looks like. Is that their. Yeah, I'll have to. This right here, potential hypothesis, new chapter reforged. Like it'd be cool if everybody became like got these new outfits. This right here, I mean, not sure what they're holding. It looked to me when I saw this, and I don't think it is, like it looks like a bunch of guitars. So it's like, wait a second, are they joining a band? But I think these are some of the characters that you can pull for free. We'll have to look at that another time. Announcements. Bunch of new stuff there. Special visitors, events, commission. Events calendar. So I'll be pulling right here. This is where Anby comes in again. So I'll pull there. I have these two characters. So I just need to pull her. And special visitor. I think this is where you can pull Zhao. You have that long until February. Now, let's see what else we got. Let's check mail. Let's claim all of that. That actually gives us another pull. Proxy handbook. Yeah, I've got a lot. I mean, a lot of stuff to cover and update myself on. Options. We're just clearing out all this. Show combat damage. Damage compilation. I don't know what that means. We'll have to see what that means. All right, what do I have here that's new agent?
Objective. Let's move.
Number 0.
Whatever you see.
Hey, don't look ready and waiting. Soldier awaiting further instructions.
So you can see that I've lost my 50-50 1, 2, 3 times to NP. So any S character, I do not pull multiple times on S character banners, or I do not. What do I want to say? I don't. Once I have that S rank character, I don't pull on their banner again. But you can see if I have any S rank characters, cinemas or levels, that means that I've lost to them. And again, that's if they are S rank characters. Trying to see here. I thought I had more characters to level up. I wouldn't like Grace was my favorite character beginning in the game. I think it's Jane now, but she could do for a new outfit. Give her a bikini. All right, Jane Doe. All right, let's.
The ocean's got a different kind of charm at night. Care to join me for a walk?
Let's do. Let's go. What do we want to do here? All right, new story. Let's do trial for her. I like how they've done the, hey, if you've already looked at this character, they'll just go ahead and give you the reward. So you don't have to go through their trial again. Alright. Let's demo Xiao first. When frostbite points are full, switching Xiao into combat will trigger entry skill Burst of Frost. Okay, when frostbite points are at maximum, which they are right underneath her banner up there at the top, switch to Xiao Xiao, is it Xiao Xiao? And activate entry skill Burst of Frost. Okay, so we switch over to here. Oh, she has a powerful attack when she comes in. They all have sort of an attack or a block when they come in, but hers is much more. Alright, when Xiao triggers an EX special attack under Ether Veil, a quick assist will activate. Okay, so while in Ether Veil, which I am because I guess you can see the little glowing corners of the screen, repress to launch EX special attack and trigger a quick assist. And then she stays attacking. That's pretty cool. Okay. Alright. That was it. I like this whole she's fighting alongside me still.
We need to add.
That's pretty cool. You know what I miss is the camera mode that they had. That's another thing I don't like about Hoyoverse games. They have such cool little mechanisms that come into the games, all three of their games, but they're limited time stuff. And they're like cool mechanics, but they just take them away because that particular event has ended. I understand why they do it. They do it so that they can allow the community to focus on the newest stuff. But there was a really cool photo mode that you could do while the characters were in combat. And you could pause the scene and then move the camera around, take these awesome community photos. But that was a limited event. Instead of it being a feature, like a permanent feature, to allow the community to like share their combat images, because they have some really cool combat poses. Like the animations for combat are outstanding, and being able to share some of that stuff would be nice. Yeah, I've said it a couple of times before. I prefer the combat of Zenless Zone Zero. I like the story of Honkai Star Rail, and I enjoy the exploration of Genshin Impact. Now, when Varus Bura, I think that's the name of the next game coming from Hoyoverse, it's an open world, and I hope that they really nail the combat. The story looks cool, and it's an open world. I hope it just does everything that I like about the other three games all in one package. See, like this, see how it's paused here? Like you could do that anytime. And that was a feature in a limited event. Instead of it just being a new thing that you're able to do, they kind of just took it away, which was kind of a bummer. I was actually bummed. And I missed out on like taking really cool photos, maybe making a YouTube video of every character, kind of showcasing their attack types. I could have done it during the event, but I just didn't have time to do the event, so I missed out on the opportunity to try that stuff out. That's the one thing I don't like about... I don't know how many other gacha games do that, but all I play really are Hoyoverse games in the gacha genre. I just hate that they take away really cool, like, areas to play in, and it's just limited time stuff. And again, I know why they do it, so that all the new stuff is what the community's actively all doing at the same time. So yeah, it's unfortunate. It has at times made me not want to play Oyoverse games because, like, oh, I just missed out on it because I didn't get there in time. I think it's really the only thing that burns me on these games. Alright, this is the new character. Alright, while not in the enlightened mind state, Yi can accumulate Qingming sword force. I probably said that wrong. Alright, so gain 6 points of sword force through basic attacks. So I guess she has 2 forms. What is that?
Before setting out, I asked Shifu about our fortune. She said today's gonna go really well.
So I think she has like 2 states that she can be in, like a completely different colored character. She reminds me of another character in Honkai Star Rail, where she would like split the not the alternate universe. Like right there, you can kind of see where she changed right there. Like watch the animation screen there. She comes through, and then right there she switches into a different character, standing on a blade. Like, holy crap.
What's this?
What the heck? Okay, so this is a projectile.
I see edge.
There it is right there. So see how she switched into a different character? Alright, in the enlightened mind state, Yi can use stronger skills, dealing honed edge damage. Alright, repeatedly press
Radiant clouds.
while airborne.
Frost glistens.
God dang. I don't know what characters in Hoyoverse games are crossover characters.
What's this? I see edge.
That is cool. Now, how long does she stay up there?
Light brings the dawn. The sword follows my will, and winds howl in the heavens.
Like, the animations and the attacks are pretty darn cool. After consuming decibels to activate ultimate chasing storms, press the ultimate in the enlightened mind to unleash ultimate cleaving heavens. Cleaving. Oh wait, she has 2 ultimates? Okay, thumbs up on that.
Cuts down evil. My spirit soars in the sky. The Qingming's might. Rends the
She has 2 ultimate animations. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. God dang. Yeah, so this is like a projectile. That is pretty cool.
Winning pieces are in for a healthy time.
I'll take you.
Yeah. My turn now. I'm gonna do my best. Behind you.
I'll take you.
The sword follows my will, and winds howl in the heavens. YE SHUNGUANG of Yunquai Summit, breaking all illusions.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm really hoping that the Veraspira. Let me see if I can bring up the Veraspira before we end this stream. I think that's. Well, actually, we need to look at Jane, don't we? Let's look at Jane's outfit. And I'll try to, in the background here, bring up the Veraspira. Alright, in the background here, I am bringing up the Veraspira new Hoyoverse game that's coming. I mean, it's in development. It's probably a ways away. I think it's Veraspira. Let's see here. There's the gameplay, 14 minutes. Yeah, that's on IGN. I don't want to give anything to IGN. I'd rather just do it from Hoyoverse's channel. Where is Hoyoverse's channel? Give me a quick second here. Again, I don't want to stream anything from another channel. Let's see. Hoyoverse new game, maybe? Hoyoverse new game. Now I want Hoyoverse's official channel. I do not want to be like on IGN's channel. Is that the only place I can get it though? Here, let's go see if we can go to Hoyoverse. Sorry about me lingering here. I should have had this up and ready to go. Does Hoyoverse even have a channel? A YouTube channel? Let's go to GameSpot. I'm okay with GameStop. Or GameSpot. Alright, pause this, bring it back. I'm gonna maximize that screen. I'm getting it queued up here, folks. Appreciate your patience. Alright, let's so we have that. We have this to do. I really need to jump into some of these events because they are fun events when they're actually happening. Okay, yeah, so this is the thing that you can, I guess what can you pull even more? Potential hypothesis, new chapter reforged. An old friend returns, reforged through trials. In my renewed form, I ask you once again, become my proxy. Are these... yeah, they've been updating some characters to kind of bring old characters in line with new mechanics and systems. Maybe that's what they're doing here. I'm not sure what this is. But I need to explore. It's my own fault if I don't explore this stuff. I'm so behind on story stuff. So behind. Let's go here. Let's go in here. Let's do this. I used to be really like active in doing all this stuff every week. But that dropped too, because I've been playing a ton of Witcher. So the Witcher Legacy board game from Go On Board recently concluded after a week-long endgame, which is an extension of the primary campaign. So I've been just heavy into Witcher. And if I'm not into Witcher, I'm in Cyberpunk. So a lot of these other games have kind of taken the back seat. All right, let's claim that. All right, sorry, I know I'm delaying here. All right, there's Zhao. Let's see what she looks like. I don't know, how many of these characters do we have? I feel like these characters were... oh, she skips when she walks. I really like the characters that have very different walk animations. Seed is really cool, too. Like, the fact that she has this little scooter thing is awesome. Like, I like characters that have this different mobility. It makes traversing the world... Now, an open world traversal like this, having every character different, would be cool. But that that little skip that Xiao does, that's pretty cool. So normal run and then a skip. I think all characters do have subtle differences in their walk animations. So if I brought in Jane, for instance, she actually puts her, I don't know if it has it for this particular outfit. Yeah, see how she puts her fingers through those two rings? And the way that she walks is very different from the way other characters walk. And I like when they do that. It makes the character feel like a... Now in Genshin, for instance, all the female characters walk the same. They have the same idle standing animation. But the way that the character stands is... It makes them a character versus just a skin on top of a skeleton. But she runs differently. She walks differently. Let's get in another character like Belle. Actually, I might even get Lucia. Let's get Lucia. Now, she has a slightly different... Either it could be just the way that her hand opens there on the on her left hand there, how it kind of opens up there. Now let's bring in another character and see if we can get sort of a similar thing. Now see, her hand doesn't open the same way, and it's subtle differences like that. I mean, they are small differences, and we could probably break down even more how each characters have a slight different walk. But in Genshin Impact, every female character walks the same as every female character. They might slightly adjust the height of the character and the other attributes differently, change their look, but it's still a skin over a skeleton that all walks the same. But as we get into Veraspira, which we'll go ahead and jump over here, we'll get Jane back up here. Let's see. Let me see if I can get this video started. I'll let you sit here and look at Jane while I...
Different outfit, same objective. Let's move.
Maybe some of her animations we'll go through as I'm getting this video set up. I don't know if they've given the characters new animations for the skins that they get. I don't believe so. Alright, let's go over to studio mode so I can get this set up. Okay, I should have it up. It's making it full screen here. We're gonna transition over. And this is Veraspira.
If you've been suffering from insomnia, nightmares, or mood swings, you may find these images unsettling.
Now, if you listen to her voice, she sounds
Back
like
then,
Jeremy Lee.
I had no idea.
And she was the voice actress for Female V in Cyberpunk 2077. I could be wrong here, but she sounds exactly like...
Maybe that wasn't the real me.
She sounds exactly like Jeremy Lee. But a lot of these female anime character,
Lost belongings due to mind rot?
they do sound
Please visit
similar
that
enough.
counter over there. Mind
So
rot
it
control.
kind of throws me off.
All right, thanks.
I'm gonna fast forward
You really
through
hit the
a good
jackpot,
chunk
man,
of this
like us.
because you can go watch this video on your own. And again, this is just a recording. This is not me playing. And this is, I think, a 30-minute video that you can go watch right now.
Hey, don't judge a book by its cover.
Boyd Park, ready for cleanup.
Been here. On the scene now.
Requesting additional sun response in Oakwood.
This is V. Be there soon.
Gruden Hill is expanding. Code yellow. Looks like someone's already flagged it.
Unit 08123. We're a team now, so... Okay. But no heroics once we're in the field. If it gets bad, you retreat. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
We're here. Dawn has locked down this area. We need to get verified. Technically, you could enter from anywhere, but let's use the main gate this time. Okay, let's head in.
Permission updating. Access granted. Hello, rookie. I'm Don, Seal's companion.
Dawn, are the observation points available?
Yes, ready to locate nearby monsters. Always a pleasure. Happy to work with everyone's favorite SEAL officer. It looks like that accurate is really...
I think what I see out of this is exploration for me. I'm not sure if we're going to be climbing around like we did in Genshin Impact, or if it's just going to be more of a open world, but you're on the same level. It would be really cool to see Hoyoverse maybe do a procedurally generated building exploration. We'll see how they do. I am interested to try out Infield. And I think if Hoyoverse got rid of the 50-50 system, I'd be more interested. But again, it's a perception of value. It's different for everybody. Alright, there's one of the new characters. But I'm trying to get an idea, is, are the characters here, do they, like, she traverses with this umbrella, do all characters traverse that way? Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's obviously going to be a free-to-play game. Now the camera pans up here, and are we looking at a small portion of the world that we'll be able to explore? Is that entire city procedurally generated encounters? Can I ride that Ferris wheel off to the left? Like, what am I able to do in that city back there? Is it fully explorable? If, like, imagine if each of those buildings was procedurally generated. I keep saying Veraspira, but it's Varsipira. Alright, that was from GameSpot, which I always mess with those two. Always confuse those two. I always think they're the same thing. Alright, back to the game. All right, that is it for this pull, this run. Thank you all so much for checking out the pulls. I will have to jump back in and do more pulls. I'll eventually, I won't do that for a stream, but yeah, looking forward to getting, yeah, let's bring up the, yeah, eventually I'll get her. I think that her blade attacks are probably by far the coolest looking ones that I've seen so far. She feels like a character out of Honkai Star Rail or Honkai Impact Third, which I feel like there's a little bit maybe too much of that kind of crossover. Like there was, like she feels very different from what Zenless Zone Zero is, and I kind of wish they'd separate those a little bit more. I kind of sometimes, if you didn't have everything that sort of like the monochrome and the master tapes up here, and you just had the character, it would be a little hard to tell, is this character from the Honkai series? It feels like they've gotten a little bit away from what makes, again, I don't really care that much, just for visual like ideas, because if you look at, say, Grace Howard, she looks and feels very different. If you look at I don't know, you look at some characters that don't feel as magical, I guess you would say, in Zenless Zone Zero, and then you bring in a character like Yi, and she just feels like she doesn't fit here. I think even, I don't know, now I'm sitting here rambling. Let's go over to agents. Like you look at her and her, then we get into like this character here. It feels very Genshin Impact, Honkai, maybe more Genshin. See, she doesn't look magical, she just looks like a badass. She's very mechanical, maybe like an analog, like very different. She fits within, she might be leaning a little bit more towards Honkai, but she fits within ZZZ. She fits within ZZZ, but then you come down to, she's getting a little, she looks like a Genshin Impact character. This feels like a ZZZ. I don't know what it is. It's not a huge issue for me. It just, I don't know, the characters sometimes feel like they're crossing over a little bit too much. Maybe she is a crossover character. That's also something I don't keep track of. It's like what characters are actually crossover. I know there were 2 crossover characters in Genshin Impact recently. But yeah, anyway, thank you all so much for being here. Sorry, I probably was a little more meandering through this, but hopefully we'll pick up Yi here shortly. And when we do, we'll play around with combining her with other team members and having fun in ZZZ. All right, guys, thanks so much. Bye.